What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Will Nace here. Tonight we're going to answer a lot of questions that people have been asking about these baby rattlesnakes. I did sell quite a few of them, but I still have some left, so tonight we're going to check them out. We're going to clean out their totes and maybe think of some names. We'll see. Alright guys, now before we get started, I want to say a huge thank you to Carl Tauber, and I'm sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong, but he actually got us the DJI Ronin S camera stabilizer for our camera. We're not using it yet tonight because I still have to set it all up and all that fun stuff, but this is going to help us out a lot, especially with trips and things like that. Summer can get closer but still stay a good distance away from some of the animals we work with. So this is really awesome. Thank you so much from this. He actually sent me his phone number too, so I will be probably shooting him a text or giving him a call as a personal thank you for this. So really awesome. We're happy to have this, and it's going to, again, help us out a lot. So with that being said, let's get started. So right here in front of me, I have 3 out of the 6 baby Mexican West Coast rattlesnakes we have left. One of them is sold to somebody, but I'm hanging on to it because of COVID. Delta, who is the shipping company, or how you ship venomous snakes, is still shut down kind of right now. So I'm hanging on to this for somebody who lives in Texas. But these 2 right here are for a very good friend of mine. We'll start with this one. I believe this is the female. Yes, so this is the female. So we're going to clean these little tubs out. This one here is the female, beautiful as ever. I think this one's definitely going to be a blonde. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. This is the male, this is not the female. So this one's really beautiful. As you can see here, it's got double diamonds, which is an awesome thing. So my buddy Sean, who is also a venomous keeper, he's coming down here in August for a week.
20 days.
20 days to hang out with us and see South Florida, him and his wife. So we're super excited. They actually have adopted Loki. They're also Patreons of ours. That's how we actually met. But they adopted Loki, the baby fox. So they get cool little update videos of him. But I'm actually donating this pair of them to him. So in the future, if we do want to breed them back to each other, we can. So it'll be a fun little experiment. But that one's really pretty because of the double diamond. It's definitely a blonde. You can see the diamonds are very, very light. Alright, so now that it is all clean in there, I'll go ahead and put this beautiful boy back. So again, a very beautiful snake. Very happy with the number of blondes that came out of this hatch. So that's one. Close that off, put it to the side. So now this is the female that he's actually getting. So this one's having a little bit of trouble shedding. That's another reason why I'm also changing the bedding to raise the humidity up in there. So it still has shed on most of the body, except for down to about here, and then on the tail it's nice and clean. But as you can see with the diamonds on the tail, also going to be a very high yellow blonde snake. See some of the shed coming off here. So I did soak these guys about a week after they came out to help with that shed. Come here. They have all eaten, which is awesome. So I did sell 5 of them. 4 of them are still here in Florida. People that bought them came and picked them up, so I didn't have to ship them. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so she's nice and clean. The mulch I am putting in them for right now is just cypress mulch, plain, natural cypress mulch, but it holds really good humidity, so it'll help get all this stuck shed off of them. Absolutely love these snakes, they're so awesome. Cute little beads and all. Alright, so, no, hey, no. You gotta stay in the container. There you go. What are you doing? Okay. So this last one here, out of these first three, this one belongs to somebody in Texas. He already paid for this snake. He gave me a little bit of extra as well to take care of it just until Delta does open back up. So this one isn't as high yellow, but still does have a good amount of yellow in it. And still has a little bit of stuck shed on the head right here, down a little bit of its body to right there. That's it. But this one is also eaten for me. Really awesome. If you guys are wondering about the waters, they do tend to spill their waters quite a bit. So that's why I have to do this probably every couple of days. I do check them every day just to make sure everybody's okay, especially Ed. And I know you guys are very excited to see Ed. Don't worry, he's coming. He's becoming he's becoming a fan favorite lately. So we'll check him out here in a little bit. Okay, so I don't know if I did say, but this one is a male. This is the only single male I was selling. For those of you wondering if they're going to live in these totes forever, no, they're not going to live in these totes forever. Excuse me. I need those. So yeah, so they're not going to live in these totes forever. They will be getting upgrades. This guy will probably stay in this tote until he gets shipped out, which again, don't really know when that's going to be. Hopefully sooner than later. So that is the first three that are not staying with me. The next three are, and that's my pair and Ed. Alright, so for these bad boys and girl right here, should we do Ed last? What do you think? That's a yes? Okay, alright, we'll do Ed last. So we'll look at my pair first. Let's put Ed over here. Alright, so let's see. I forgot I didn't write male or female on here. I believe this one is the male and this one is the female. So let's check out the male first. So the male, stunning snake. Yeah, this is the male. So if you guys come on over here and look at him, he's very wiry. Typical baby rattlesnake. But definitely has his dad's gene in him. Super high yellow in the face, down the middle of his back. The diamonds in the center are very light. So I know for a fact he is going to be a high yellow Mexican West Coast rattlesnake as he gets older. So he is shed phenomenally. So I'm very happy with him. I believe he's shed for me twice now. He has eaten, how many times has he eaten? He's eaten 3 times for me, which is really awesome. He has eaten frozen thawed for me, no problem. So has my female. It was only 1 time, but frozen thawed nonetheless is a lot better because then I don't have to go get live food for him. Now the next time you guys end up seeing my pair, and probably Ed too, they will no longer be in these totes. They will be set up, probably, I don't know if they'll be in a vision or rack yet, probably in a rack. But man, they're stunning. Look at the colors on this dude. He is awesome. I'm in love with this snake. So yeah, this is the male. Now let's check out the female, because the female is just as beautiful as the male. I'm gonna go ahead and put him back here. Sorry, I'm trying not to spill water here. This is the female. Now she has a little bit of stuck shed on her head, but if you look at the coloration on her, she's even lighter than he is. Now, I've never actually seen a blonde female, adult blonde female, I should say, but this year I produced 3 blonde females, so I'm very happy with that. Hoping they keep that coloration as they get older, but I'm not really sure if it's going to happen, because I know of 3 blonde males in captivity. I know they're in the wild as well. I don't know if they're males, obviously, if they're in the wild, but all the ones in captivity are males. There was a video that went pretty viral. I don't know if you guys saw it. I don't even know if I've mentioned it before. Of dude in Mexico. He cut off the snake's head and then decided to try and pick up the snake's head right after he cut it off. So that snake's head turned around and bit him. Now that snake it looked like a blonde Mexican West Coast rattlesnake. That guy definitely got what he deserved because there was no reason to kill that snake. But yeah, it was a beautiful snake, but it turned around and bit him. It was a video that went viral, I want to say 2 weeks ago or so. I saw all the main reptile pages kind of posted it on Instagram. So downside to keeping water in deli cups, they love to spill it. So yeah, this is my female. She's awesome. Pretty girl. Can't wait for that shed to come off on her head, but beautiful snake nonetheless. So awesome. Let's close her up. Alright, so now last but not least, everybody seems to be in love with this snake. We have Ed. Now I used to call him Special Ed, I'm no longer calling him Special Ed, just because I don't want people to take offense of that. He is special, yes, but we're not going to call him Special Ed, we're just going to call him Ed. So he was born with a bit of a problem. 2 spots in his spine are kind of crushed down. It could have been from being in the egg awkward, or possibly just bad bone development when he was young. Now, I don't see him possibly making it to become a full adult, because usually snakes like this don't make it. Am I hoping he obviously does? Yes. I want this snake to live till he's a full adult, and maybe one day I can get babies from him. That's thinking very positively. But then again, you never know with a snake like this, unfortunately. Now, he has eaten for me. How many times? I think just once. Yes, he's eaten once for me last week. I did have to assist feed him, basically meaning I had to take a pinky and shove it down his throat because he would not take it. He also has not shed yet, which is very odd. These guys are over a month old. He should have shed by now. Everybody else has shed, even if it was stuck on a little bit, but everybody has at least shed once. So here he is. He's also a bit of a higher yellow snake. You can't tell right now just because of the shed buildup on him, but I'm actually going to be, not only when I change out his bedding, I'm going to be also refilling his water and then dumping a little bit more extra water in there to maybe help him shed a little bit more. And we haven't soaked him, again, since they're about a week old. I don't feel the need to, because also when I did soak him, he can't necessarily swim correct because he doesn't necessarily crawl correctly either. So he was struggling a little bit when I put him in that water, so I don't really want to do that again. So I'm just going to very simply bump up the humidity inside his little tote here again, and we're going to hope for the best. Would you stop? Please, I'm going to put paper back over your dang tank. Okay, so now that it's nice and humid in there, poured a good amount of water in there. Now I did say I was going to possibly breed him in the future, and I don't know if I'm going to, and I know somebody's going to ask this question, so I'm going to go ahead and answer it right off the bat. If I were to breed him, no, that is not a genetic deformity. As you notice, all the other snakes didn't have it. It just so happens that something happened to him when he was in the egg. So if I were to breed Ed in the future, does not mean that all of his babies are going to have it, or one of them is going to possibly have it. So I just wanted to cover that because I felt like something was going to come out of me saying that I would breed this snake. But yeah, so again, well, it's actually, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. He has 3 divots in his spine. So if you guys come over here, I'll point them out a little easier for you guys. So one is this one right here by the tip of the snake hook. This is the big one. This is the one that concerns me. This is the one I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get food passed through it. Now again, I did feed him about a week ago. He hasn't pooped yet. I didn't see anything in there. Then he has a second one right here where the snake hook is pointing, and then a third one right here. Now all 3 of those are before his cloacal opening, so all 3 could be a problem, but again, my big concern is the one directly in the middle, because that is the lowest one, and that is also right where his intestines mostly start. So hopefully he pulls through. I know not only am I rooting for him, but all my Patreons are really rooting for him, and a lot of you guys are too. So that is Ed, no longer Special Ed. even though I do have an SE on there, but I know this way it's him. So hopefully within the next week or so, you know, I can go ahead and get him fed again. Would you stop, please? This episode's not about you. You'll get the next episode if you stop, I promise. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. Stop. I just want to give you guys a quick little update on all the baby rattlesnakes. I know a lot of people have been asking, so there's your update. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not already. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Big thank you to my Patreons. You guys are awesome. Again, Carl, huge thank you for this. Like, I can't wait to start using it. I was really excited. I didn't even know it was coming, so thank you again. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video like always. Bye.